Hello, thanks for joining me for another beer review then. Today we've got another beer from Affinity Brew Co. They're out of Brixton in London, South London, and this is their Plum Dubbel, or Plum Dubbel, whatever you want to call it. So this is coming in at 7% ABV. It's also brewed with a hint of almond and hazelnut. So this is in collaboration with Elusive Brew out of Finchampstead in Berkshire, and brewed. So we got collaboration with Elusive Brew, exposes a blend of Belgian yeast and tart juicy plums, backed up with sweet almond and hazelnut, almond and spices. Brewed and packaged at Grosvenor Arms Collaboration Brew Pub in Brixton. So interesting. So the ingredients then in this are malted barley, hops, water, yeast, plum juice, and here we go, almond extract and hazelnut extract, cinnamon, ginger and clove. Interesting one. They say it's a Dubbel on the can, Untapped saying it's a winter ale. You know, whatever, let's crack it open. It's a 440ml can. I've had this a fair while actually. Didn't crack very much, so I'm going to go straight down the middle because it felt low carbonation. I mean, it's in date, that's the thing. It was canned in October. That's not too bad, but that's straight down the middle for a 7% beer, and we've got about a 3/4 finger head there. Best before October of 2021, so it's a year's shelf life. Little tap. Beer in a glass then. It looks the part. I mean, there's a bit of a reflection because of the time of day I'm doing this review, but you can't. I mean, you can get the gist. It's kind of a mahogany colour. Yeah, almost some. Yeah, I mean, plum to the point of dark, a real dark kind of. What's the word? Yeah, mahogany, I guess. It's just an off-white head, really creamy though on that aggressive pour, but it's gone down quite quickly now. So let's give it a little swirl and a sniff and see what aromas we can get out of that kind of ingredients there. Well, one thing you are picking up straight away is that Belgian yeast. Yeah, very that Belgian-esque aroma for sure. I'm getting hints of plums. It's not full on. It's slightly underlying that. It's actually reminded me more of damsons. I know they are obviously in the family, but or very similar. But yeah, very kind of plum skins, kind of a bit dry. There's a hint of cinnamon in there, but it's really kind of low key on the nose. I mean, don't forget, this is straight out of the fridge as well, so maybe that element of the beer will come out a little bit more as it warms up. It's a mixture of Belgian yeast and, is it the Belgian yeast or is it a little bit boozy? Well, it's 7%, but maybe a touch of booze in there as well. Let's give it a try, see what it's got on the taste. Cheers. It's very smooth. Yeah, very smooth, very creamy. You're definitely getting the damson stroke plum element to the beer. It's even a cracking lacing. Look at that. Really well conditioned. I was worried when I first cracked the can, there was hardly any noise at all. I thought, oh, here we go. I thought I got a bit of a duff can, but it's absolutely fine. I've had this beer probably since early December, something like that, maybe late November. Yeah, very Belgian-esque. Definitely getting that kind of plum skin type vibe to it. Slightly sweet. I'm not really getting any of the... I'm getting a little bit of cinnamon, but I'm not getting... What was it? Almonds and hazelnut. It's just not for me. But it might be a temperature thing. It's like a very Belgian-y plum forward beer. Not so much on the alcohol either. I was getting a little bit on the nose. Perhaps it will go away as it gets a bit more air to it. It's still on the nose now, but I'm not getting that on the taste, which is it's always good. Maybe it just needs a bit of time to breathe. Sometimes these Belgian beers do need that. Or Belgian yeast beers need that. It doesn't taste to me like a winter ale, to be honest with you. Untapped, I'm sorry, but I don't, you know, it's definitely more of a Belgian Dubbel type feel. It's just down to the yeast. I keep going back to it, but yeah, the lacing is cracking. Do you know what? It's quite decent, and I have to say it's nice to have a different kind of beer. I must admit, it's got that. It's my palate. These juice bombs, as good as they are, I've still got quite a few in the fridge, but I'm starting to find myself not taking them for granted, or just the palate seems to be wanting other flavours. This is a good start. I've got a few sours coming up in the spring, so already 1 or 2 sours from last year that are still in date, so I'll be cracking them open in the coming weeks. But this is not, I don't know what to make of it. It's quite a complex beer. The more I'm drinking it, the sweeter it's getting. The final third of the actual flavour and the residualness on the palate is very sweet. A hint of brown sugar, I guess, not burnt. Yeah, it's nice. Something different. I mean, I don't know if this beer will still be around or not. You have to do a Google search. Like 2 weeks ago was the last one checked into Untapped, and I'm reviewing this on the 7th of March, so that might give you an idea. It's probably not around at the moment. Well, it's canned in October, so it's been around a little while. Yeah, I was expecting more of the hazelnut and the almond. I'm not really getting that. I think the Belgian yeast profile and the plum kind of, yeah, I just completely overriding that. But as I say, when it warms up, getting a little bit of cinnamon though. So body, yeah, it's a low medium body. It's quite a low carbonated beer. You know, kind of had that in, I mean, there's a gentle carbonation, but it's quite low key. Which, you know, for a Belgian yeast styled beer is maybe a little bit surprising, maybe a little bit undercarbed, but overall quite an enjoyable beer. There's no hint of the ABV on the taste, just on the aroma. Overall, great stuff. Nice to try again. A beer from Affinity out of Brixton in London, and this is their Plum Dubbel. It's a collaboration with Elusive Brew, or Brewing, shall I say. Yeah, nice change up. Anyway, let me know if you've had this one before, down below. Thanks for watching. You all keep safe as usual, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.